What's happening, sports fans? We got another top recruit to talk to. It's John Gibbs Jr. from, he's going to Sacramento State. He's not from Sacramento State yet. He's going to Oceanside. Sorry, names and colors and days, and you've been stuck in the studio for 50 days. Things start to merge all into one. But John Gibbs is here to help entertain you guys for the next few minutes. Let's start with your decision to go to Sac State. Why?
Well, obviously, Sac State was one of the first schools to hit me up once my junior season finished up. So, yeah, I was competing at the Junior Olympics in Sacramento. So, after my triple jump competition, he hit me up and then came up and met me and met my parents and then just said that he's interested in my performance and conversating with me later on. And then eventually it just turned into a home visit, and then he came to my school and then took the trip, and then it just felt like home off the bat. And then everybody was nice, and I could just tell from the beginning that they meant business.
Oh, my goodness, they meant business. They came to the house, man. So, wait, what was it like when you finally got the offer? What was that moment like?
I mean, once we were sitting on the couch and then it came to that point where he turned over the paper, it was kind of surreal because it was my first offer. So, all the work that I put in and then, just to finally pay off, it
That's
warmed
a
my heart.
boss move to have the piece of paper there and flip it. That's
Yeah,
kind of give. I'm getting goosebumps right now, man. Who was
yeah,
more
he hit me
excited?
with that.
Who was more excited? You or the parents?
Uh, I don't know. I kind of looked at my mom's face and then she had a big grin on her face. And then I looked at my dad and he had a smile. But obviously, probably me because, this is my dream and, this is what I've been working towards. So, yeah.
So you mentioned the triple jump was how this kind of all got started when he was watching you, but you are a long jumper, a triple jumper, and a pole vaulter. I want to go straight to the pole vaulting because to me it seems like, and don't take this the wrong way, but it seems like kind of counterintuitive to staying safe and human nature. You're going up and everyone almost wants to stay down to the ground, and it seems very dangerous because you got to come back down at some point. So how did you find out that was something where you're like, this is fun? Please tell me.
Well, my dad, he went to Oceanside, of course, and then, he was a football player, but he decided to do track, just to get three sports in, and then him and his buddies decided, to try pole vault because, why not? You get to lay down on the mat, relax, and stuff like that. But he ended up, getting pretty good at it and then holding the school record at Oceanside. So obviously, him telling me that when I was younger, kind of raised my ambition, and then I just started training for that. And it wasn't heavy till about eighth grade where I actually got some coaching from, friend coaches and stuff like that. And then it just developed into, something different. Not too many people are like doing pole vault and triple jump or just doing pole vault in general because the way it is.
I have a ton of stuff I want to get to there. We're going to talk about Oceanside and just what that means to you and to the community. We'll get to that in a second. I got just one more pole vaulting question. In basketball, it's the dunk or the swish from three. In football, it's scoring a touchdown. There's that just like singular moment within the activity that you're like, that's why we do it. This is really fun. What is it in pole vaulting? Is it the getting over the pole? Is it the falling back down and feel like, is there a singular moment where you're like, that's the sweet spot? That's what I do this for.
It would probably have to be that right after you hit the pike up top and you're clearing the bar and like your chest gets over and you see that it's just still standing up there as you're falling down. That's just that moment of like, yes, it's just as you're flowing through the air, time kind of slows down and you're just like, it's a sense of enjoyment.
So you mentioned that you're doing a combo of events that not necessarily a ton of people are doing. I think that track is really interesting because within track and field, you can have people that run the just one relay leg and that's it. That's their whole involvement. You can have people that do the decathlon. How did you pick these? How does a track athlete pick these? I mean, were there events that you did and you realized, oh man, I am not this? Like, did you ever run like the 8,000 meters or the 3,200? Like, how does somebody even start to figure out what you are or not good at in track and field?
Yeah, well, my dad was obviously a jump coach, so that was just gonna come natural. But my sister was a sprinter slash jumper, so I kind of try to follow in her footsteps. But kind of figured out, later on in life that like I wasn't as fast as like some of the dedicated 100 runners, but I could definitely jump and then combine those two together. And then like I tried like the 400. That definitely wasn't for me. Um, I just tried like throwing a little bit, just to see like how it was. But yeah, no, that didn't work out. And then, but the combined the jumps, and I just felt like I was mainly a jumper.
And I noticed a big omission of nothing past the 400, even attempted. And I agree
Yeah.
with you. Anyone that's like, oh yeah, I run the 3200, I'm like, oh, bro, what are you talking about? How is that fun to just do that many laps? That sounds
Honestly.
horrible. Okay, Oceanside. For you, it's a direct family thing. For everybody though that it seems that goes there, there's layers of family. It's your graduating class is a family. Everyone that goes to school there together at a specific time is a family. A lot of people have brothers, sisters, actual family. That it seems like Oceanside as a school and as a community is something that, like, if you're not part of it, you don't necessarily really actually understand it.
Yeah.
So could you help explain maybe to somebody that doesn't have an inside view at how deep the ties to family go from that school into the community?
Well, I mean, Oceanside, the city in general, is just, it's kind of historical. A lot of things that went down, a lot of amazing people came out of there. So, to be within the city, you obviously know the history and background that not many, a lot of people, when they hear Oceanside, they kind of think of like back when it used to be, just like uh, gang related and, stuff like that, just kind of the bad shadows that were in there. So as Oceanside in general, we try to kind of get that out of there, show them that, it's a lot different now. A lot of people, we're all close with each other, we're all cool, it's a family vibe, and we really take care of each other. We always have that saying, once a pirate, always a pirate. So that's the thing that a lot of people carry with them.
Well, and the once a pirate, always a pirate seems, and I know that you're not a football player, but you said your dad is, and I'm sure that you attend the games. It seems like when you go out there, you can pick a cross section of people that span every single generation. There's the people that just recently graduated. There's the people that are in their 20s, their 30s, all the way up to their 70s and 80s. And you don't see that necessarily at other schools in terms of who's coming back and still supporting and still rocking and repping the Oceanside experience. So, I mean, am I close to that? Am I completely understating everything? Is it just way sicker to actually go through this and be a student athlete there?
No, yeah, you definitely kind of hit it on the spot. There's a lot of alumni and people that come out there. A lot of them necessarily don't have any grandkids or nothing. They just like to go out there and support. They'll, break out their old Letterman's jacket with the big 76 on the back or something.
So who has the cooler? Who has the cooler Oceanside? I don't want to use the word swag because that dates me really hard to into the late 2000s. But who has the cooler gear? Who has the cooler fit? Maybe is the word. Your dad or you?
Probably definitely me. I mean, my dad gets a lot of the good stuff from being a coach. With all the Nike
No,
stuff.
but I'm
But
talking
then,
about his like old. He doesn't have like the
oh,
vintage. Like, does he have some of that
oh,
cool vintage stuff?
no, yeah. I actually have one of his old kind of like varsity jackets from when his basketball team the senior year were state runner ups, and they went I think undefeated up until state that year. So
Do you
yeah,
have
he
it
definitely.
handy? Can you grab it and show it to us? Is that
Yeah.
somewhere close?
Let me see. Yeah, so definitely have that right here.
Oh,
You know,
yo.
right there on the corner. I don't know if you can see that well.
Oh, I could see that. That's
Yeah,
Avo champs right there. That's ooh, nice.
yeah, and then I'll
Very
have a
nice.
name right there.
And you can sort of actually get away with rocking that.
No, yeah,
Uh,
I've definitely worn
anything
it a
on the
couple
back?
times.
Anything on the back?
Uh,
Little
no,
pirate or
the
something?
nah, black is
Oh,
back.
that's clean then. That's real
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Um, that's the question that I was trying to get at. Is there you do it? Your dad does have the cool stuff.
yeah. He does.
The vintage stuff. What have you been up to with your downtime? Because I'm sure you're not pole vaulting a ton right now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling your days?
I mean, it's definitely tough. At the beginning of quarantine, I was just kind of like relaxing, obviously, but once it kind of hit that we weren't going back for a while, or my season was, eventually up, I just started, getting a routine, getting together for college. So, I just worked out heavily, stayed up with school and things like that.
I think a lot of people are trying to find their way to look at this positively. I got college coming up. I'm just on to that now mindset. There is no right or wrong answer to this, but what has this experience been like for you as a high school senior?
I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely been tough. There's just been some moments where I like don't want to get up today, or just thinking overall how like it's been stripped from you like that. All the hopes built and stuff like that. But you definitely got to keep a stronger mindset going through such thing like this. So yeah, it's definitely been difficult, but just trying to keep strong.
We know that there isn't anything that we can do to necessarily fix or replace anything, but this is the point in the interview where we ask everybody to stay at least 6 feet away from John, but please give him a round of applause, a salute, a pat on the back, whatever it is that you want to send some positive wishes, because we want to say thank you for entertaining San Diego, for putting on for Oceanside, for repping us the last 4 years, repping us the next 4 years. Folks, he's going to represent us really, really well in all of the events that he runs or jumps or leaps and flies into the sky as he sets PRs at Sac State. John Gibbs Jr. from Oceanside, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again on your commitment. Sports fans, we'll check in with you soon.